In 2 Kings chapter 18, the story shifts to the kingdom of Judah and introduces one of its most faithful kings, Hezekiah, son of Ahaz. At a time when the northern kingdom of Israel has already fallen to Assyria, Hezekiah rises in Jerusalem and begins leading Judah back toward the Lord. Hezekiah becomes king at the age of 25 and reigns for 29 years. Unlike many before him, he does what is right in the eyes of the Lord. He removes high places, smashes sacred stones, and even destroys the bronze serpent Moses had made, because the people had begun worshipping it as an idol. The chapter says that Hezekiah trusts in the Lord more than any king of Judah before or after him. He remains faithful to God's commands. Because of this, the Lord is with him. Hezekiah rebels against the king of Assyria and refuses to serve him, while also defeating the Philistines. The chapter briefly recalls the fall of Israel. The Assyrians captured Samaria and carried the Israelites into exile because they had not obeyed the Lord. In the 14th year of Hezekiah's reign, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, attacks the fortified cities of Judah and captures them. Facing this threat, Hezekiah sends a message to Sennacherib at Lachish, admitting wrongdoing and offering payment to stop the invasion. To gather the tribute, Hezekiah strips silver from the temple and even removes gold from the temple doors and pillars. Yet despite receiving the payment, the Assyrian king still sends his officials and army toward Jerusalem. The Assyrian commanders arrive at Jerusalem. Hezekiah sends his officials Eliakim, Shebna, and Joah to meet them near the aqueduct. One official, the Rabshakeh, delivers a message to weaken their confidence. He mocks Judah's trust in Egypt, calling it a broken reed. He challenges their trust in God, claiming the Lord sent Assyria against Judah, and warns the people not to let Hezekiah deceive them. The officials ask him to speak in Aramaic, so the people on the wall cannot understand, but he deliberately speaks louder in Hebrew. He promises that if they surrender, they will eat from their own vineyards and drink from their own wells until they are taken to another land. He compares the Lord to the gods of other nations, asking whether any god has been able to save his people from Assyria's power. But the people remained silent because Hezekiah had commanded them not to answer. A heavy silence hangs over the city walls. The chapter ends with Hezekiah's officials returning to him with torn clothes, deeply distressed by the Assyrian threats. Judah stands under the shadow of the most powerful empire, yet Hezekiah chooses to trust the Lord instead of idols or fear. Next comes to Kings chapter 19, where Hezekiah seeks the Lord in the face of Assyria's threats, and the prophet Isaiah delivers God's response.